Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today we are going to be playing some OG classic mortar bait, but we are going to be using Little Prince instead of Musketeer. Now, this is a deck I love. It is honestly one of my favorite decks, and because of the champion balance changes, Little Prince is a little bit more viable. Now, I also really quickly, holy crap, that was a tongue twister. I really quickly wanted to thank you guys so much for 10K. It honestly means the world to me. You guys make all of this worth it, and to show my appreciation, I am going to be giving away 3 diamond passes. I kind of just need to figure out what the best way is to give those away, so make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned for that, because you know, in the next week or 2 I will be giving those away, and I'll be talking about that in my videos. Now, he's going to play the recruits there. This is an interesting deck. Let's pop the fisherman, or the Little Prince ability, sorry, there, just to kind of help out with all of the recruits, and we should shred through everything that he plays there. He's going to play the minions at the bridge. I don't really know why he would do that, just because it's kind of aggressive for no reason, but let's play the mortar right here and kind of have that counter push. Now, the nice thing about this deck, honestly, is it's very offensive. So you guys are going to notice I spam a lot more with this deck, especially compared to a lot of the, you know, Skeleton King or Cannon Card decks that I play. This one is a lot quicker, and so if you're a very quick player, if you like to spam, this one is a little bit more forgiving for you. The only thing is you just have to make sure that you're kind of spreading your damage out. Sometimes you don't want to, you really don't want to just spam in one lane if they have a ton of spells and stuff that make it really easy for them to defend. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Now, we'll defend that Royal Ghost pretty easily, and then what do I want to do here? I'm tempted to go for the Goblin Gang behind this, just to see what he has in response for that, and we'll kind of figure it out. He does have arrows. Okay, so now that we know that he has arrows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be watching for every time he uses them, and then I'm going to try to take advantage of that. So for example, I know he doesn't have arrows in rotation right now, so I'm going to go for my Evil Skeleton Barrel along with the Spear Goblins, and that's just going to be a bit more of an annoying push. He has to use the Fireball defensively, but now we have all those skeletons there, so we will get some damage on the tower. I'm not going to over defend my mortar. I don't think there's any point in that. We're just going to take that really easy damage on the tower, and honestly, I'm even going to give him some minion chip damage just because we're up by so much, and I don't think there's any point in really over defending. Then we're going to cycle a Goblin Gang at the bridge because I don't really want to give him any time or anything. He's going to play the Evil Royal Ghost, which is annoying. I'm just going to poison right here on the tower. Doesn't look like we'll catch the Fisherman, unfortunately, but that's okay. And then pretty easy defense right there. Let's go ahead, let's pop the LP ability, let's get another LP down right here, and then let's actually just play the High Mortar. That'll help pull everything and also stop the wall breakers from getting on the tower, and then we can just play the Knight right here. We'll probably take a bit of damage here in a second, but that's okay. I'm going to split my Goblin Gang right here, and then let's wait and see what he plays in response to that, and then one Fisherman will get on the tower. It's not the end of the world though, because we are going to defend all of that. Let's go ahead and let's just play the mortar right here to pull, and then we are going to get the win. We can literally just poison on the tower. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next match. Alright guys, we are on to our next matchup. Let's go ahead and let's just play the Goblin Gang to cycle real quick. And then if I sound a little bit off, I am sick, unfortunately, so you know, the world had to nerf me a little bit because I guess I was getting a little bit too strong for everyone. So, you know, we are a little bit ill, but that's okay. Let's start the Little Prince in the back here. He's going to play the guards at the bridge, so I'm just going to bar barrel there on that. And then, man, what do I want to do here? What am I feeling good about? Let's go ahead. Ooh, that is disgusting. I do not like that card. Alright, well, we've got the Little Prince plus the mortar there to take out the E-Wiz, so that's good. And then let's just go ahead and get a Goblin Gang down right here. Let's get the Spear Goblins up high for if he pops that Boss Bandit ability, just because it's a little bit more annoying for him, you know, him to deal with. It's going to make that Boss Bandit ability not as strong. And then I'll go for the Skeleton Barrel there on the counter push with the Spear Goblins. He's going to play the Executioner. Like, this guy's deck is just weird. And then, I mean, I know what this deck is, but it's kind of mimicking a meta deck, but still I don't like this deck. I don't like to play against it, so I'm gonna make fun of it as much as I can. Holy crap. Okay, Hog Rider instead of Ram Rider is kind of crazy. Usually this deck uses Ram Rider. We don't catch the Hog Rider with the mortar, unfortunately, but we do get the mortar lock, which is really good. And then the Little Prince is kind of moving up. He's gonna not be happy about that. Let's pop the Little Prince ability there, so we'll do that and keep the Little Prince alive and just kind of defend the mortar a little bit more. And then let's go ahead and get some Spear Goblins down right here to help take out that E-Wiz, and then I'm going to actually go for the Skeleton Barrel. I think the Little Prince is still alive. Yeah, okay, so the Little Prince is going to be tanked for. So we're going to get that Skeleton Barrel on the tower, and we're going to get the Little Prince there as well, and he's going to just absolutely demolish that tower, which is amazing. I'm very happy with that. Let's go ahead and what do I want to do here? I don't really want to go too aggressive. Let's just split our Goblin Gang here in the middle, I guess, because we'll get more damage on the left. We don't really need a ton of damage on the right side there, especially if he's going to play that Executioner right there, then we can literally just poison on it. And then let's go ahead, let's do this, and then let's get the defensive mortar down to pull. He's going to go for the prediction lightning, which was actually really smart. I was not expecting him to have lightning in this deck. Let's go ahead and let's get the knight down here. Let's make sure that we're defending this pretty easily, and then he's going to go ahead and pop that boss bandit ability. That's no worries. I'm literally just going to go ahead and go for the evil skeleton barrel into the opposite lane, and then let's go ahead, let's get the spear gobs right here. I know they're going to get pulled into the Valkyrie, but I just want to keep them down to make sure that that boss bandit doesn't get on my tower, and we are going to defend all of that. And then let's go ahead and let's just get the mortar down here again. Let's wait for him to use the lightning, and then I'm going to go ahead and play my knight there. Unfortunately, I don't really have a great way of stopping that Hog Rider from getting on my tower, but we are going to get the win there. The lightning is pretty crazy. This guy's deck was weird, if I'm being honest with you guys, but let's give him a good game because he's a good sport about it, and let's go on into the next one. Alright guys, we are on to our next matchup. Let's go ahead and let's play the skeleton barrel there to cycle at the bridge, and then he's going to split the Skarmy in the back. Not a big deal. We can just split our goblins right here in the back and deal with that. I think we're up against, oh okay, I was not expecting that miner to come out there, but let's go ahead, let's play the goblin gang right here, and then let's just go ahead and play a mortar here for the counter push because he's going a little bit more aggressive there. And he's going to play the wall breakers. Okay, that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead, let's barb barrel just on all that Skarmy there just to make sure that we don't have to deal with it. And then we will get one mortar shot, which is good, but now we have to be careful of his Evo Skarmy. I think this guy is going to be an Evo Skarmy one-trick machine here based off how spammy he's playing and how quickly he's trying to get to his Skarmy. And then let's just go ahead, let's kind of chill out a little bit. I'll go ahead and play the Spear Goblins there at the bridge, just try to get that going, and then we'll kind of wait and see what he's going to do. He's going to play the Skeleton King, so I'm going to play my Little Prince right here, and that should fully kind of take out the Skeleton King. I'll pop the Skeleton or the Little Prince ability just to make sure that he's not able to get that off. And then, what do I want to do here? So yeah, I'm trying to kind of keep in mind that he has that Evo Skarmy in rotation, so we'll wait for that. I use the mortar just to pull the wall breakers there, and then we will get the shot on the tower as well as he's going to cycle a miner there. Let's just go ahead and get the goblin gang down right here, and we'll take out everything right there, and then we'll go for the evil skeleton barrel, I guess, just to get that pressure up. He's going to play the cannon, not a big deal there. We are going to get the one spear goblin on the tower, so we actually are going to get some decent chip damage out of that. I'm actually pretty happy with that. And then see, if I start my little prince in the back, I'm not going to be able to really get a ton of value out of it just because he has the poison there, so we do have to keep that in mind. What do I want to do? Let's go ahead. Let's Little Prince right here. Let's wait and see what he plays in response to that, and then we'll kind of chill out. He's going to go ahead and pop the poison, so I'm going to spread the mortar out a little bit, and then let's go ahead. Let's get that cannon right there with the Goblin Gang. We do catch it, which is really good, so now he's in trouble. We are also locked onto the tower. Let's get the high Little Prince as well, and then let's pop that LP ability while we still have the lock on the tower. We're going to keep that alive as long as possible, and then let's just get the knight down right here to deal with everything that he's going to play. I'm going to barb barrel on that Skarmy there, take that out, and then he's going to go for the Skeleton King. I can literally go for a poison at the bridge and just fully counter that Skeleton King plus the wall breaker, so let's go ahead, let's do that, and then that's all going to get taken out. He might get one wall breaker on the tower, but it's not a big deal. And then let's just go ahead and Goblin Gang there, and we will take all of that out, and then let's just cycle the Skeleton Barrel, and that is going to be a win. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next one. Alright guys, now for the last matchup, I actually wanted to show you guys a replay that I had against EGiant, because I wasn't recording for this one, and I just feel like it captures kind of everything you need to do with Mortar Bait. Now you're going to see I'm using Valkyrie instead of Knight right now. That's just because I felt like I was going up against a lot of Royal Ghost decks that were honestly slamming my stuff with the Evil Royal Ghost, so I figured that it would be a good swap to kind of, you know, run this instead. Run the Valkyrie and kind of try to just counter that meta in those matchups. And then you're going to see here, you know, use the Tornado, whatever, and I'm going to make a mistake here. I'm going to start my Valkyrie in the back, and honestly, that was not the right play for me to make, but I kind of wanted to hold on to my Little Prince. Realistically, I should have cycled my Barb Barrel there, because you're going to see he's going to start the Bowler in the back, and that's really not good for me. There's nothing I can do about that, but whenever you see the opponent play a Bowler, especially against EGiant, you have to mortar opposite lane 9 times out of 10. So as soon as I saw that, I went for the mortar opposite lane, and keep an eye on his elixir compared to mine. He is always low on elixir right now, and so this is kind of a really good example of why you want to pressure, why you want to keep playing in 2 lanes, because they have to use so much elixir to do all of these things. And then I'm going to defend right here really easily, that, you know, not let the baby dragon get too much damage, deal with the bowler on the opposite lane. Now we're evened up on elixir, but I did get 2 mortar hits, so I'm feeling good about it right now. And when you're playing against EGiant, there's kind of 2 main things that you really need to keep in mind. That's going to be their tornado, and that's going to be their lightning. And so when I'm defending his EGiant in a little bit, you're going to notice that I am not playing all of my counters right away, or at least I'm trying to avoid doing that so that he can't get value out of his tornado. You need to kind of space things out and let him play that tornado early and not panic. Now he's going to play the bowler there. Honestly, there's not really much I can do about that again. And this time I can't play my mortar opposite lane because he played it in the middle, which was really smart by him. So instead I'm going to wait, I'm going to defend, and then try to counter push. So we play the little prince right here to take out that bowler, and he's going to hit me with the tornado, which I was kind of talking about before, which sucks. So we're going to take some damage on the tower, which isn't good, but now I'm going to go for the mortar opposite lane because I know I have the little prince on the left side, and so he had to play an EGiant there, and that's good for us just because him playing that EGiant like that means he can't really support it super well, because, you know, he has to kind of defend everything I'm throwing at him as well. He does have the evil baby dragon, and evil baby dragon with EGiant like pretty much freaking guarantees them to get some damage on your tower, so that part of it sucks, but overall we're not doing terrible right now, and he's going to play the bowler there. Again, it's really not a lot I can do, but I'm going to play the mortar opposite lane anyways to try to pressure him. He plays the defensive goblin cage, and so right now, honestly, like this is kind of a bad situation, and you can see where I'm falling behind because he's going to play the baby dragon there. My little prince doesn't target the baby dragon, which I was a little bit surprised by, and this is where he's going to get some really good damage, and so I'm playing everything, but I'm holding on to my goblin gang. I'm not panic defending because I know that if he plays that tornado, I would be in trouble. Now I go ahead and play the tornado in the bar barrel, making sure that he wasn't able to use that tornado and, you know, take everything out and just slam me. And then because he started the bowler in the back, again, I'm going left side here. I'm changing lanes up on him, and I'm going to play that skeleton barrel. He's going to play the defensive cage, and now that we're in overtime, I need to start thinking about getting, you know, chip damage or spell cycling, because I know that he can beat me if he gets that. So I play the Valkyrie there to defend the bowler. I'm keeping in mind that he might try to go for a tornado lineup, so I played the little prince off to the side just in case, and then he's going to play the bowler in the back again, so I'm going to go for my mortar, again, opposite lane, every single chance I get, go for the evil skeleton barrel as well, and I'm going to try to keep my little prince here alive, and I got a little bit lucky, because I was actually able to keep it alive a lot longer than I should have been able to. We kind of got lucky with the evil mortar shot and the bowler, but we kept the little prince alive, and that gave us a ton of value, and I'm ignoring that baby dragon there. Honestly, it was kind of stupid to let it get onto my tower, but at the same time, it wasn't really going to be a smart counter if I played my goblin gang, let it get taken out and not have a counter push. So that's kind of why I did it, but maybe that wasn't the best play. But now we're getting some damage on the tower, and I'm starting to realize, okay, like this is a close matchup, and I really need to get damage on his tower. So I'm completely ignoring my opposite lane because I know I'm going to need that elixir to kind of push on this guy. We end up getting the mortar lock, and I played that poison there. It wasn't a good poison, but that poison was 100% necessary because I know that it's spell cycle time. Especially in the last minute, EGiant will almost always start to spell cycle if it's a close matchup. Honestly, sometimes even earlier. He's going to get the tornado there, which really sucked, but I had my goblin gang because I didn't stack everything up right away, and I'm going to be playing that poison every single chance I get, going for those skeleton barrels because like I know what it's going to come down to. I played my little prince here, which was maybe not the greatest counter because I'm going to give him some good lightning value, but I did need to get something down, and then I'm playing the spear goblins there to back everything up, going for the skeleton barrel again because the more I can keep him on his toes, the harder it is for him to get lightning cycle, and we got the skeleton barrel death damage there as well, which was huge. I played the defensive mortar here. I knew he was going to lightning, but I wanted him to lightning that mortar before I played my little prince, so now I know I can play my little prince safely and kind of plug that lane up if I need to, and defend better. Luckily, we didn't really need to. It's coming down to the wire. I'm getting that poison down, and I'm spamming at the bridge to stop him from being able to get to that lightning right away and to have that elixir, and we end up getting the win. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.